Hello and welcome to the second episode of our new show. In this episode, we are going to talk about William Afton and try to get a better understanding on his character and personality. Well, when it comes to William Afton's story, we must start from Circus Baby Beat the World. Yeah, where his daughter died and where he lost his job. Well, we can say that half of the blame was on him, right? After that, he lost his wife, which possessed Ballora. He was completely broken by then. But you know what happened after that, right? William was at his age, but unfortunately, he did come up with an idea, a plan, which is put him back together. He was trying to put his family back together in one body. Can you guess who was it? Yes, it was Ennard. By putting every member of his family in one of the suits, then putting the suits back together, he was trying to make a prison, to live a happy ever after with his family. Well, not a living. You get what I mean. Yeah, the story of five things becoming one thing we heard from Candy Cadet.
Now I will tell you a story. A story about a kind man who would visit 5 orphans and bring them toys and gladness. The man lived alone, and lived in fear that someone might break into the house of one of the 5 children, so he adopted all 5, and brought them together in one place, in his own home. He promised them to never leave them, and they promised to always come home, and never stay out too late. He left one day to buy food, his heart being filled with gladness, but returned to find that the burglar had chosen his home, and killed all 5 of the children. The man could only afford one coffin, so he stitched the 5 bodies together to make one, and buried the child. That night, there was a knock at the door.
And one more thing. Remember my kid version, which we talked about in the previous episode? What ended up with him? He was putting in Funtime Freddy. We saw a space for a kid in his blueprint. But anyway, we need to talk about the bad thing William did as well. Just like how did he killed his friend's daughter. He maybe was trying to make Henry suffer from the same cup. After all, he was putting some blame on him as well. And he scrapped his daughter many times. Honestly, I don't think that was a bad thing. After all, it was purposeful to make his plan work. He needed to determine whether the soul stuck in the suit or in the endoskeleton. After scrapping his daughter many times, it turned out that the soul stuck in the endo because his daughter's soul never left Circus Baby's endo, no matter how many times he repeated this.
I've been out before, but they always put me back. They always put us back inside. There's nowhere for us to hide here. There is nowhere to go.
Okay, now we need to talk about how William plans failed. Well, he did a tiny mistake which leads to a horrible consequences. With the result he gathered from Circus Baby and Ballora, he thought that if he destroyed the endoskeleton of an animatronics, the soul within it will be released. But when he tried to release the main animatronics souls before starting the last stage of his plan, something went wrong. The souls didn't release and attacked him. Why? It's simply because there is a difference between the Funtime animatronics and the ordinary ones in their design. In the ordinary animatronics, the endo is too skinny, so the soul were trapped in the suits. But in the Funtime animatronics, the endo were huge and full of wires. As a result, the soul were trapped in the endo. And another result for William's mistake was this. Mike adult version soul weren't absorbed by Ennard.
You won't die.
You
You
see,
won't
in
die.
William original plan, he wanted Michael
You
kid
won't
and
die.
adult version
You
to be
won't
with
die.
Ennard.
You won't
So
die.
either of them
You
has
won't
the
die.
soul
You won't
will
die.
be absorbed by him.
You won't die.
But Mike's soul stayed with the suit rather than sticking with the endoskeleton. In Bizzeria Simulator, there is a secret I found by coincidence. In Springtrap Check, if you focused, you will hear this. Heartbeats. I didn't hear any in the other checks, so it's more likely to be Williams' heartbeats. And the game theorist said something like this in the novels, the story about the room 1218. And based on this, I don't think the ultimate custom night is actually a hell, but a fan made one by the one who should not have been killed. That's it for today's video. I wish you have enjoyed it, and I hope you would subscribe as well. The truth is always there, we just have to find it.